This is the fourth lesson from chapter 14. We're just going to finish up chapter 14 today by looking at the rest of 14c and also by finishing off some of the miscellaneous questions. So, once again, we took a look at a arithmetic series question for our warm-up, and this is a question that we're going to look at today. Now, we talked about this in the very first lesson and said we would come back to this question when we talked about the possibility of having a college fund, perhaps. So, rather than just investing $2,000 and then leaving it, what happens if we invest $2,000 every year and then look to see what happens after 20 years? So, first of all, let's look at the problem. So, if we did this to begin with, after 1 year, you'd have $2,000 and you get your 3% interest, which would be this. Now, I've deliberately colour-coded my answer so we can actually track the money. Whoops. Now, after 2 years, the initial amount that we put in has got 2 years' worth of interest. But we've also got another $2,000 that we put in after 1 year that's got 1 year's of interest. If we do it for 3 years, then our initial amount has 3 years of interest. We have one that's got 2 years of interest, and then we've got another one that's got 1 year's of interest in it. And we can start to see a pattern developing for this as well. So I'm going to get rid of all of this now. And after n years, notice also there's a common factor of 2,000 here as well. We have the ratio squared, all the way up to the ratio to the power of n, where n is the number of years. Now, with that being true, after 20 years, that means that this would be the question that I'm actually looking at. This is a geometric sequence. First term is 1.03, and the ratio is also 1.03. So if I use my formula and times it by 2,000, then I can actually figure out how much I'm going to get. Now, if we go back to the original question, $2,000, 20 years, if you were just to put it under your mattress, then you'd get $40,000. But even at only 3% interest, you can get $55,000. So a good reason to want to invest, and possibly could also get it tax-free as well with things like that type of saving. Today, just a few additional questions, 14c 1 through 5, which is related to this, and also the miscellaneous questions, 1 through 5. You may also want to check, there were some additional notes that we did to do with a mortgage, if you were to take a mortgage out of the house, but that's not actually contained within the curriculum for ACE 1, so that would just be for interest if you want to know about that.